first down. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Operating from the gun. Herbert going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Stills the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Back to throw here, Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Ravens 20, Chargers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Four yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Complete to Zach Pascal. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Jackson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do it.
And his pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At their own.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
4-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Day.
Take another